our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you are having an absolutely incredibly cold weekend here in January, and I hope that you guys are staying incredibly warm because we are about to kick off an incredible week here in Room 21. So, a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to scoot you right off to the strategy session for the week. First of all, this week, Farrah Felix was our rock star of the week. Farrah had an incredible level of passion, effective effort, and focus during our guided reading time each and every day this week. And I was incredibly impressed with that added effort and her incredible and continued focus and passion during the Dare song practice performances down in the activity room. So for all of those reasons, Farrah is this week's Rock Star of the Week. Congratulations goes out to Farrah. A couple of other quick announcements, guys. Coming up on Tuesday, we have our Dare graduation at 9:30 a.m. in the activity room. All are welcome to attend. It's going to be a great ceremony. Just make sure you remind your scholar to wear something nice, meaning maybe a collared shirt for boys, a blouse for girls, or just maybe a black t-shirt if they don't have any of those things. Just something, semi nice. We're not asking them to, number one, go out and buy anything, and number two, to go all out and wear like a suit or something like that. It's just kind of a nice little ceremony, and we want to make sure that they are looking respectful. Again, that is at 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday. All are welcome to attend, and please encourage your scholar to stay the rest of the day after the ceremony because we have a ton of awesome learning taking off right when the ceremony ends. So, those are the events taking place this week. Well, really, that is the event taking place this week, other than some incredibly awesome and epic learning taking place each and every day here in Room 21. So, at this time, I'm going to get you guys off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, welcome to the strategy session. I thought that I would lead off here by telling you that this is a double house point week. With all of the cold and all of the snow, I wanted to go ahead and give you a double house point week. Give you the opportunity to earn as many house points as you possibly can for your house. Because as you know, we are wearing the color of the house that is in the lead on the last Thursday of the month for Academy time for that day. So you want to work incredibly hard because I am assuming that you probably want to wear the color of your house, but we never know. So let's see that incredible effective effort, double house point week, coming up this week with a ton of different strategies. So let's go right over to the VODCAST section on our homepage, recordrockstars.weebly.com. I have a bunch of different things here for you up and ready to rock and roll. You know, last week, guys, we were incredibly focused on adding and subtracting decimals, solving them in problems, thinking about where we use them in our real life, and also talking about just the flat-down strategy of how to go ahead and approach adding and subtracting decimals. And we know that we always line up our place and bring down the point. So say that I just went to Wawa and got a coffee that was $2.24, and then I decided to buy a pack of gum that was 76 cents. What I want to make sure that I do, guys, as we talked about, is line up those places, my tenths place, my hundredths place, my ones place, and then bring down the point. So then you simply are just going to be adding these these digits just like this, and then you bring down the point. So I ended up paying $3. Okay, and Larry Lemons last week in class, guys, reminded us that we always want to line up our place and bring down the point. So there are a couple of different things that you can use to practice at this week, including this site, and this site. These were all here last week, but once again, it's a double house point week. So anything you complete here is going to be 2, here is going to be 2, and here is going to be 2. But because it's typically 2, this week it will be worth 4 points. So go ahead and put in that extra effort, put in that extra focus, and you'll get yourself some extra house points for the week, which I think will be incredibly awesome and epic. So you want to make sure that you earn those. The math no guessing riddle of the week is up. It's typically 5 house points, but now it will be worth 10 for the week. I did add a new Google form, Math VODCAST Review. I just want you to do a couple of things here. Make sure you put your name, answer all of the questions, show me your work on your sheet of paper when you bring it in. You will earn 15 house points for completing this Google form review, but because it's a double house point week, now you're going to get yourself 30 house points for completing this math VODCAST review. So 30 house points on the line right there, guys. Our math challenge of the week is really cool. I just ended up, just finished solving it. This is typically worth 10, but because it's typically worth 10, now it will be worth 20 house points, yes. So go ahead and give that a try. And then this week I added 4 challenge questions, 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, and 5-4. I will say that each of these will be worth 5, but because it's a double house point week, they'll be worth 10 if you bring in your work. These are going to require a little more thought, guys, because these are intended as challenge questions. So it's going to require more effective effort, more focus to ensure that you are finding whatever they are asking for. Our writing fix of the week, guys, I left up the same poems, but now we're going to get into cause and effect this week in our reading studies. So I decided, why not think about cause and effect with the Dust Bowl? Cause is why something happens. I always think of because. And then the effect is what really happened. So I kind of typically, in my mind, reverse these. I think of what happened first, and then I think of why did it happen. So I want you to come up with 3 different cause-effect relationships from the Dust Bowl. But instead of writing those on paper, we have something called a Padlet. You do not need a login for this or anything like that. What you will simply do, as you can see mine already came up here, my sample, you will click this button. And I just want you to put your first name in, so my first name. And then I want you to go ahead and think of 3 cause and effect relationships. So you can put cause and effect kind of like I did there. My example was rabbits were eating every last remnant of crops, so rabbit drives were created. Once again, what happened? And why did it happen? And if you need to kind of remember that, that is available up here on the page. That will stay there so you guys can see that. Sometimes what I also do is I read this like such, and I put the word so after cause, and then read the effect. Listen to me read that one more time by including the word so. Rabbits were eating every last remnant of crops, so rabbit drives were created. If that makes sense, then your cause and effect relationship most likely also makes sense, scholars. So if you come up with 3 there, I will give you 10 house points, but because it's a double house point week, you'll get 20. Remember, you do not need a login for this, guys. You're simply, kind of very much like Google, simply going to hit this circle plus sign down here, click, and then it's a feed, so yours will be the next one to appear. So I'm just going to trash mine so that it's not there. I'm just going to keep up the one that I originally had. A couple of other things. Once again, the Think Fun games are available there, and I did add one new breakout. This is the Escape of the Monkeys. If you click on this, you'll earn 20 house points for the week. That is already doubled. Typically, it would be 10. If you bring in proof that you did go about and solve the actual puzzle itself. So that is available right there for you guys to kind of check out and see. The secret hashtag of the week, which this week will be worth 10 house points, is going to be hashtag Decimal Diner. And yes, I did use some alliteration there. Hashtag Decimal Diner. So I want you to say that with an incredible level of passion while you clap your hands 2 times, such like this. Decimal Diner. That will be our secret code that you actually watch the VODCAST and that you get yourself your double house points for the week, scholars. And one other place, guys, that you can check out is our weekly newsletter, which is always updated here on our classroom page. And you have things on the back there, the Google Classroom Question of the Week, the Rockstar Challenge of the Week. That is all available there, guys. And once again, that will also be worth double house points. So that is also there for you to earn. So who will be wearing their house color? Or what house color will we be wearing at the end of the month? That is up to you and your effective effort. So at this time, I'm going to send you guys back over to Mr. Reichert in person. 21 Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me because you are the incredibly best families in Stafford County, and I am so honored to have your scholars in class this year. And I'll see each of you next week.